Yeah, the one place that I feel we're making a huge mistake is not learning enough from the big mess that came from wretched excess in our financial system. I don't think we've throttled the sin and folly out of that aspect of the economy nearly enough. And I think if you look at all the panics and depressions of the United States, they all came from financial collapses, usually preceded by perfectly asinine and greedy behavior. And I think there would be a lot to be said for taking an axe to our financial sector and whittling it down to a more constructive size.
Well, tell us more about how you use that axe.
Well, Warren, I'll make myself ridiculous, but I guess I'm so old I'm entitled to do that. I would have the tax system discourage trading. I would have various kinds of Tobin taxes. I would have securities trading more with the frequency of real estate than the trading by computer algorithms where one person's computers outwit another person's computers in what amounts to sort of legalized front running. I don't think we need any of that stuff. And I think making heroes out of the people who succeed at it is not good for the fiber of the country either. I hate the idea that 25% of our best engineers are going into the financial sector. So I think it's crazy what we've allowed. And I think the lack of contrition in our financial sector after the disgraceful stuff they got us into is perfectly awesome. It makes Dave Sokol look like a hero.
He's getting warmed up. Just as a sidelight, how many of you know that if you trade an S&P future contract, 500 S&P 500 contract, and you hold it for 10 seconds, and you have a profit that 60% of the gain is long-term gain and 40% is short-term gain. So essentially, our Congress has said that this activity should be more lightly taxed, than cleaning washrooms or doing all the things that you people do every day. That you get a special tax treatment. Now, that illustrates one of the problems with the tax code, in that there's a few people that care intensely about having that in there, and the cost of it in terms of less revenue for the U.S. government is diffused among a large group, none of whom have enough interest to want to go out and write their congressman or hire a lobbyist to fight the other way. But it's pretty extraordinary that we have decided that that particular form of activity should get 60% taxed at a 15% maximum rate, even though it may only take 10 or 20 seconds and be just a little flicker on a screen.
And the hedge fund operators of America get a much lower tax rate than the professors of physics or the drivers of taxis. This is demented.